Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Teaching in Room 9, Math Class with Mrs. Ray. I'm so glad you're here because today's lesson is all about measurement tools. So come on in, take a seat, and let's get started. Now, what is measurement and why do we need to know about it anyway? Well, measurement gives us information about an object. Boys and girls, we can get all types of information, like how heavy something is, how big it is. We can even find out the amount that is inside. And we can use so many tools to get this information. So what we're going to do today is we are going to look at some other measurement tools that will help us get this information. Now, one place where we do a lot of measuring is in the kitchen. When you are following a recipe will give you directions. And in those directions, they will tell you the right amount to put into your recipe so it comes out tasting good and people want to eat it, okay? Now, let's take a look at some of those tools. When we are measuring a liquid, I have some water here and I colored it green so you could see it. We want to use something like this. This is called a measuring cup. It's for liquids because it gives us this little spout at the front so that we can pour our liquid safely and we don't make a huge mess. Now today we are going to pretend that my recipe calls for 1 cup of water. I will follow the numbers on the side until I get to the 1 and then I will stop. Don't let me go too far. Almost there. Oh, that was perfect. I had just enough. Now I want to take my liquid and put it into my mixing bowl using the pour spout. Just like that. Now, if we are going to measure something dry, like flour, sugar, salt, pepper, you want to use something like these. These are called measuring spoons, and your recipe will tell you exactly how much to use so your cookies don't come out too salty and your cake doesn't come out too sour. Who wants to eat that? So today, we are going to pretend that my recipe calls for a half a cup of flour. You take your big scoop. Now we just can't dump this in there. You take the back of your butter knife, smooth it out, and now you put the rest into your recipe. Ooh, oh, that almost got me that time. All right, then you would proceed to mix it up like the instructions say. Now that's just one way we can measure in the kitchen. But my favorite way to measure is when we are being creative. Boys and girls, I love to create and I love to sew. I made this apron. And while making this apron, I had to measure a lot. I had to measure how much fabric I needed and how big I needed to make it. And to do that, I had to use these and this. These are called measuring tapes. Now, they are very wiggly. You see that? Because it helps us measure against somebody's body. And we also have to measure the fabric. So if you want to make your own apron or your own shirt or your own blanket like my grandmother, you can do that too by using these tools. Boys and girls, I hope you learned something new today, and I am so glad you decided to spend some time with me. I want you to plan on coming back again, okay? And when you do, bring a friend, because here in Room 9, we always have room for everybody.
Teaching in Room 9 is supported in part by